planning a trip to the Amalfi Coast in 2024? Let's dive into the essential details to ensure your journey is as magical as the destination itself. A well-planned trip is the key to a stress-free, unforgettable experience, especially when you're venturing to Italy's enchanting Amalfi Coast. Firstly, accommodations. This picturesque coastline is a hotbed for tourists, so it's crucial to book your stay ahead of time. Whether you're eyeing a quaint bed and breakfast in Positano, a luxurious hotel in Ravello, or a beachfront villa in Amalfi, remember, the early bird gets the best views. The sooner you get this sorted, the more choices you'll have, and the more you can concentrate on the fun parts of planning. Next, you'll want to dive into researching the myriad of attractions that this Italian gem has to offer. From the historic city of Pompeii, a short drive away, to the vibrant ceramic shops in Vietri sul Mare, the hiking trails of the Path of the Gods, or the lush gardens of Villa Ruffolo, there's something to satisfy every kind of traveler. Don't forget to leave some room for spontaneity, though. Part of the Amalfi charm lies in its unexpected surprises. Now let's talk timing. The Amalfi Coast is always a delight, but choosing when to visit can significantly impact your experience. Spring and autumn are often the best times to visit. The weather is pleasant, the crowds are fewer, and the prices are not at their peak. If you can, avoid the bustling summer months when the narrow streets of Amalfi's towns can be crowded with tourists. Remember, the goal here is to create a trip that caters to your interests and pace. Take the time to plan, but also be flexible. You're not just planning a trip, you're crafting an experience, a collection of moments that will become cherished memories. With a well-thought-out plan, you'll be well on your way to an unforgettable Amalfi Coast vacation. Stay tuned for more tips on packing essentials for your trip. Now, what should you pack for your Amalfi Coast adventure? Here's the scoop. One of the first things you'll want to toss into your suitcase is a pair of comfortable walking shoes. The Amalfi Coast is known for its stunning vistas, but those come with steep hills and lots of steps, so be prepared. Next up, sun protection is a must. Think sunglasses, hats, and don't forget your sunscreen. The Mediterranean sun can be intense, and you don't want to spend your trip nursing a sunburn. Of course, this is a coastal getaway, so swimsuits are essential. Pack a few, because you'll be spending plenty of time soaking up the sun on the gorgeous beaches. Lightweight clothing is also a good idea. The weather can get quite warm, especially in the summer months. Lastly, remember to pack an adapter for your electronics. Italy uses Type L plugs and sockets, so make sure your devices can handle the switch. Pack smart, not heavy, and make your journey comfortable. Ready to explore the breathtaking Amalfi Coast? Let's dive in! The beauty of the Amalfi Coast is encapsulated in its picturesque towns, each one a unique jewel set against the backdrop of the azure Mediterranean. The three must-visit towns that sparkle in this radiant crown are Positano, Ravello, and Amalfi. Positano, a cliffside village, is a cascade of sun-bleached peach, pink, and terracotta houses. The town's charm lies in its steep, narrow streets filled with boutiques and cafes. Don't forget to visit the Church of Santa Maria Assunta, whose Majolica-tiled dome is a distinctive feature of the town's skyline. Ravello, perched high above the sea, offers a panorama that feels like a living postcard. Known for its refined gardens, Villa Ruffolo and Villa Simbroni, Ravello is a haven for those who love tranquility and stunning views. The annual Ravello Festival, a summer music festival, is a must-experience event for art and music lovers. Amalfi, the town that gives the coast its name, is steeped in maritime history. Once a powerful maritime republic, its past glory can be witnessed in the Grand Cathedral of St. Andrew, a magnificent structure that combines various architectural styles. But it's not just the views that'll steal your heart. The Amalfi Coast is also a culinary paradise. The local cuisine is a delightful blend of fresh seafood, ripe tomatoes, and locally grown lemons. You'll find delicious dishes that are as vibrant and colorful as the towns themselves. And let's not forget the historical sites. The ancient, mysterious paper mills in Amalfi, the Roman villas in Minori, and the watchtowers that dot the coastline each bear witness to the coast's rich past. Each town on the Amalfi Coast has its own rhythm, its own flavor, and its own story to tell. The stunning views, the aroma of lemons in the air, the taste of the sea and the cuisine, and the echoes of history all combine to create an enchanting symphony that will captivate your senses. Every town on the Amalfi Coast has its unique charm. Be ready to be mesmerized. Navigating the Amalfi Coast can be quite a challenge, but not if you know the tricks. Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of getting around this picturesque Italian coastline. First up, public transportation. The Amalfi Coast is well serviced by a network of buses and ferries, making it quite straightforward to move from town to town. The local Sida bus service is a popular option. It's economical and offers routes that traverse the entire coast. The buses are frequent, but do keep in mind that they can get quite crowded, particularly during the summer months. So here's a tip: try to avoid peak hours, usually between 10 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon. Traveling early in the morning or late in the afternoon can make for a more comfortable journey, plus the views of the sunrise or sunset from the bus window absolutely breathtaking. Ferries, on the other hand, offer a different perspective of the Amalfi Coast. They operate between the major towns along the coast, including Amalfi, Positano, and Capri. Not only do you get to bypass the winding coastal roads, but you also get to enjoy the stunning cliffside vistas from the sea. Remember, ferry schedules can change based on weather conditions, so always check the latest timetable. And similar to the buses, ferries can get crowded too, so booking your tickets in advance might save you a lot of hassle. Lastly, let's talk about patience. Traveling along the Amalfi Coast can sometimes be slow. The roads are narrow, the traffic can be heavy, and the buses and ferries can run late. But here's the thing, you're not just traveling from point A to point B, you're soaking in the beauty of one of the world's most stunning coastlines. So take it easy, savor the journey, let the Mediterranean charm of the Amalfi Coast seep into your soul. Be patient, enjoy the journey, and you'll get to where you want to be. What's a trip to the Amalfi Coast without indulging in the local cuisine? Indeed, a journey is never complete without savoring the flavors that define the region. Here, the gastronomy is as breathtaking as the landscape. First on your plate should be the seafood pasta, a heavenly combination of fresh catch from the Mediterranean and handmade pasta. It's a taste of the sea, wrapped in the warmth of Italian hospitality. Next, wash it down with a glass of limoncello, a sweet lemon liqueur that has been a staple in Amalfi households for generations. Made with the zest of locally grown lemons, it's a refreshing end to any meal. And don't forget to try the mozzarella di bufala. This creamy, soft cheese is a culinary delight that will melt in your mouth. To experience these gastronomic wonders, popular local restaurants like Ristorante Marina Grande and Da Gemma are must-visits. Indulge in the Amalfi Coast's culinary delights and make your trip even more memorable. All good things must come to an end, and so must your trip to the Amalfi Coast. You've absorbed the beauty, savored the cuisine, and lived the culture. Now it's time to head back home. But before you do, there are a few things you need to bear in mind. Checking out of your accommodation is the first step. Ensure you do this on time to avoid any unnecessary complications. Amalfi's charm is in its pace, but time waits for no one, especially when it comes to checkout times. It's always a good idea to double-check your departure time the night before, making sure you've packed and are ready to leave. Speaking of packing, you've probably picked up a few souvenirs along the way. These keepsakes are delicate reminders of your journey, so pack them carefully. Wrap fragile items in clothes or bubble wrap to protect them during the journey. Remember, these items are not just objects, they are memories, encapsulated in ceramic, glass, or fabric. And then, there's the journey to the airport. It's easy to lose track of time in the laid-back ambiance of the Amalfi Coast, but punctuality is key when catching flights. Aim to arrive at the airport at least 2 hours ahead of your flight. This allows for a stress-free check-in and gives you ample time to navigate any potential hiccups. Leaving the Amalfi Coast might be a bittersweet experience, but remember, the end of one journey marks the beginning of another. As you take this last look at the glittering Mediterranean Sea, know that the Amalfi Coast will always be here, ready to welcome you back. So as you check out of your room, pack your souvenirs and head to the airport, remember, you're not just leaving a place, you're taking a piece of it with you. As you return home, you'll be bringing back not just souvenirs, but a wealth of memories from the Amalfi Coast.